ECAT's production of OA Sports are provided by RevT, we simplify technology for better. Doug King, Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for the support of producing OA Sports.
Hello and welcome to the first home game from the Oliver Ames boys varsity season in 2024. Oliver Ames coming off a gigantic back-to-back season championship. Coming out back onto the field, new team, new players.
How do I do it automatically?
Large turnover from last year's Oliver Ames season with a lot of seniors moving on, a lot of goals moving on as well. So that's the big problem for this Oliver Ames team going into this year is where's this offense going to come from? Lost about 90% of their goals from last season with seniors moving on to colleges and some players going directly into continuing their soccer career. To fix this, John Barada's gone deep into the lab to find some new lineups, taking two-time champion defenseman Jackson Mercieri, moving up to an attacking midfielder position, and two-time goalkeeper during those championship games, Drew Hall, and moving up to a forward position. Drew Hall with a heck of a shot with all those years punting the ball, can really get some power behind it. Today's game is up against Mansfield. Mansfield coming into this game at 1-0-1 on the season. Their tie against Dighton outside of the Hockomock, and winning 2-0 against KP. Considering that Mansfield's only given up one goal so far in the season, this would be a tough defensive test for this Oliver Ames team. James Carlson getting the start up top instead of Drew Hall today. A couple new faces on the field. And here we go. Ball sent back to Craig Churchill. Launches the ball down long. Looking for Josh Braz, who played a strong game in his first game in varsity against Franklin last week with a 2-0 win. Churchill controlling the game in the midfield. Tries to find Braz again. Connor Hedrick there to keep the ball forward. Carlson has got some speed playing it forward. Can certainly get to any ball that's sent forward to him. Ball played forward very well by Mansfield, sliding down the right-hand side. Good play by Dylan Mullen, number 10. Craig Churchill again commanding in that midfield as he was most of last season. Hopefully that can continue sooner. Now you've got the three captains for Oliver Ames, Craig Churchill, brother Luke Churchill, and Jackson Mercieri, all playing in a central midfield role. So that was definitely the heart of the team there. Jackson Mercieri coming up from primarily central defense last season, now coming up into assisting this team and finding goals. Mansfield gets the ball across midfield for the first time in this game. Picked up very well by, I believe, Dominic Nassif. Mansfield controlling just outside the box. Picked up by Connor Hedrick, plays the ball safely out of bounds. Mansfield throw. Throw picked up by Hedrick, sent forward by Mercieri. Looking to clear the zone, but Mansfield maintains control. First call of the game going against Josh Braz. Mansfield kick coming into the zone, too far out for a shot. And Mansfield giving time to give their players shape and time, and also the Oliver Ames players to get back and put in their defensive shape. Great ball in, headed away strongly by Nicky Babanikas. Moves to a central defense role after last year's great season playing an outside defensive. While not a captain of the team, you have to consider Nicky Babanikas as the defensive captain, keeping that back line in shape at all times. Cyrus and Johnny on the far side, a goal scorer from last week, one of the 2 goal scorers so far on the team. Gets the ball back to defense, pushes across. Josh Brash loses the ball to Brandon Gardner of Mansfield, but still pushing forward now. Luke Churchill, co-captain Luke Churchill, getting the ball. It's actually Luke's second year captain this team. Churchill foul from behind. Quick restart here in the center. Back to new defender Alejandro Landaverde, who's had a great game last year. Derek Walsh making a run down the line. Pushes the ball forward to the outside, looking for a run by Cyrus Anjani. Carlson finds the ball, loses it in the box, sent clear. It was a good run by Walsh. Good pass, good decision by Carlson to stay back because he was offsides. And Anjani got there to keep the ball forward. Walsh to get us restarted. About 20 or 30 yards out from the goal. Launches the ball down to the corner. Great touch by Cyrus Anjani into the box. Defended extremely well by Mansfield. That was Austin Cooper, senior Austin Cooper, who had a great defensive play to get that ball out for Mansfield. Ball sent forward by Connor Hendrick, looking for Josh Braz, but ball rolls out of bounds. Mansfield to get the restart going here. Ball lost again by Oliver Ames, a little sloppy down the left-hand side. Had a great game last week against Franklin on that side. Maybe just getting our legs underneath us. Mansfield controlling defensively. Great switch of play. Looking to push against Walsh down the right-hand side. Walsh picks it up, gets it clear, and assisted very well by Landaverde to get that ball forward to Carlson. Mansfield controls, getting a little sloppy for Oliver Ames here. Ball seems to be bouncing here with no real purpose or plan. Controlled by Mansfield, pushing into the center right outside. Shot from well outside the box, picked up by Zach Gilson, who is now the Oliver Ames starting goalkeeper, taking over for Drew Hall, who has now been playing in the field so far for the first 2 games. Gilson, a natural leader, great communicator, great field general, does a good job keeping his entire team in shape at all times. So I don't think much lost by moving Drew Hall forward, only things gained by moving Drew Hall forward. Mansfield with a searching pass trying to get around Walsh, who gets the ball, gets it back to Gilson, who sends it forward to Braz. Braz down the left-hand side, excellent speed, excellent touch getting it down there. Mansfield's going to have to be smart about how to deal with this. Touch in the back on Braz is going to be called by the referee, so it'll be Mansfield kick coming out. Tight game schedule here today with the girls varsity game finishing just moments before this, tie 2-2, also against Mansfield. Hendrick with a good ball forward, but coming back by Mansfield again. Mansfield's counterattack's looking pretty dangerous here. Great ball over the top to Dylan Mullen, who gets it deep, but Babanikas is there to clear it. Send that ball out. Very well. Great clearance by Babanikas. Does stay in bounds. Mansfield coming back against us. Hedrick, good touch up to Braz. Braz, excellent pass to Mercieri. Mercieri, excellent pass up to Braz. Probably was a play on by the ref, who does call it back for the foul. Nice refereeing there to let that play out, see if any of that pass comes to anything, and then calling it back. Barada calling over Nicky Babanikas to get the ball into the box. Oliver Ames players standing at just on the penalty box line. Sunny early evening here in Oliver Ames. Great ball forward and a goal. I'm not sure if that goal is going to be a Babanikas goal or if that's a Mercieri. Mercieri celebrating like he got his head to it. So that's going to be Jackson Mercieri's first goal of the season and an assist to Nicky Babanikas off that great kick. That'll be Oliver Ames' third goal in the season in 2 games, so the questions about where their offense is going to come from is beginning to take shape where they've got that strong midfield. Mansfield restarting the game. About 30 minutes left in the first half. Mansfield trying to break through Easton's center, switching the play defensively. Good off-ball movement by Oliver Ames to win that ball back. Mansfield pushing into the box, trying to get around Nicky Babanikas. Landaverde is right there to pull it out. Hard hit on Mansfield as Easton was looking to break down the left-hand side. I apologize to 39, but I don't have 39 on my roster here for Oliver Ames, who was fouled, who was making a strong run down the left-hand side. Babanikas to get us restarted, but 20 yards behind where his previous kick that almost went directly in. Again, looking for Mercieri, picked up by Mansfield. Mansfield can't settle. Luke Churchill does a good job stepping in, getting that ball moving forward, but we're going to have an offsides on Easton. Sunny early evening here in Easton, Massachusetts. About 75 degrees at the start of the game. Not much wind. Long ball played in by Mansfield. Gets over both defenders and offensive players. Babanikas there to clean it up, try to push it forward. Mansfield comes away with it again. Mansfield's getting to first and second balls a decent amount of times in midfield. That 39 is Eduardo Nasir, who got fouled earlier. Very fast player. Smart player as well, and congratulations to him to getting his first call up to the varsity squad. Absolutely strong defensive play by Landaverde, keeping that ball out of bounds. Oliver Ames setting back up for a deep throw from Mansfield. Mansfield pushing forward. Doyle to take what I expect will be a very long throw. Might have a Mansfield timeout here. Very early in the game to see a timeout in a high school game. Oliver Ames up 1-0 early against Mansfield here in Easton. Easton coming off a win 2-0 against Franklin last week. Franklin, one of the larger schools here in the Hockomock, playing in the Kelly Rex division. That is a big win for Easton coming up against Franklin, who have had to start Oliver Ames have had to start both season campaigns away in Franklin against Franklin. Restarting here after the time out for Mansfield. Mansfield with a deep throw. Most players coagulating in front of the goal here. Ball's launched in, gets to the near post. Chipped over by Mansfield. Cleared out by Walsh up against the Mansfield player for a Oliver Ames goal kick. That's 3 goals so far in the season for Easton. 1 for Mercieri, 1 for Craig Churchill, and congratulations to Cyrus Johnny for opening up his account in his varsity career here in Oliver Ames for getting a goal last week. Expecting more goals from him this season as he touched that ball brilliantly forward to Mercieri, who sends it long for Luke Churchill. Battles for the ball, does get the ball back to Mercieri, who chips it forward. Cleared out very well by Mansfield with an over-the-head kick. Drew Hall now on the field at forward instead of Carlson after a substitution. Craig Churchill with a great touch, bringing that ball down, finding Drew Hall. Hall with time to pick his head up, finds Churchill, Craig Churchill. Craig Churchill with a shot right across the goal face. Unfortunate not to go in, and unfortunate no one else was crashing that net with him to get that extra touch. Ball out of bounds. Well, must have been touched by a Mansfield player as it came across, as this is a corner kick. Jackson Mercier to take the kick. Majority of players in Easton in the box, including Derek Walsh and Nicky Babanikis, coming up from defense. Ball played short to Churchill. Churchill gets the ball deep across, right out to Babanikis, who lose the ball to Mansfield. Mansfield now on a counterattack, but gets the ball out of bounds, thankfully. Easton had pushed forward 2 defenders, and they needed to get back as quickly as they possibly could to counterattack, but thankfully that ball was lost out. Senior Bernie Ellie substituting on now for Nasir. Excellent throw. Excellent pickup by Hanjani. Still has the ball. Finds Mercier streaking into the box. Put across. No one from Oliver Ames in the center of the box, though. Ball gets cleared away easily by Mansfield. Right back to Craig Churchill. Launches a shot from outside the box. Good shot. Good connection. Just over and wide by a little bit. Ref calling forward Babanikis, who must have lost his shin guard in that earlier mix-up with Mansfield. Goal kick sent long and directly out of bounds. That'll be an Oliver Ames throw-in to come right back in. Mansfield had a struggle last season with a lot of injuries on their team. Did become one of the better teams in the Hockomock the second half of the season, but were a little dug in on their record, so they finished 6-8-5 on the season. Expecting a better season out of them so far at 1-0-1 and up against the Davenport champs, the 4-time in a row Davenport champs, Oliver Ames tonight. Babanikis to get us restarted with a kick outside of half. Excellent long ball searching for him. Knocked out by Austin Cooper. Only as far as Craig Churchill again, who continues his just stalwart play as a defensive midfielder. Very difficult for teams to get past him, and when they do, they're oftentimes off balance and can't make anything of their offense. After trying to get around Craig Churchill. Derek Walsh with a deep throw now. Finds Luke Churchill. Excellent turn, excellent control by him to get around 2 Mansfield players. Mansfield does come up. The third Mansfield player does come away with it. Long ball, Babanikis there to stuff it out. Babanikis, who I think I mentioned earlier, played the majority of last season at outside back, is now going to be the primary central defender for Oliver Ames. Defensive captain, if there is no such title, he definitely deserves it. Luke Churchill sends a searching ball forward, looking for either Mercier or Johnny, who can't come on to it. Looks like an offsides call on that pass. Turnover here in Oliver Ames. About of the players on this roster, 11 were on the varsity squad last year. 11 are brand new to the team as well. So half the team turning over during the off-season. Congratulations to our 2 freshmen on the team, Christian Cameron and David Ikanaru. Ball played intelligently back to Gilson, who sends it long under Mansfield pressure. Mansfield does come away with the ball at half, but who else but Craig Churchill there to make sure that ball doesn't come through that center of the midfield. Drew Hall tries to pass forward looking for Njani, but touched away by Mansfield. Hedrick with a great touchback to Churchill. Churchill loses the ball. Searching counterattack ball from Mansfield directly to Gilson. Ball is probably played a little too fast and forward for Mansfield. No real pressure up top to be able to get to that. Mansfield definitely playing a counterattack role, getting the ball to Dominic Nassif there, who does great hold-up play. Push the ball outside. They bring it inside. In the box now up against Babanikas. Can't get the shot off. We're looking at a first Mansfield corner kick of the game. 2 defenders pushing forward. Doyle and Austin Cooper. Mansfield tucked tight up against that goal line. Not much depth in this lineup. Ball sent in, picked up by Mercier very well, sends it away for a Mansfield throw. It's a dangerous lineup there for Mansfield on that goal kick. With no depth to that line, if that ball comes out to an Oliver Ames player, the counterattack is definitely on. Great throw by the Mansfield player on the far side to get that thrown back into the box. Cleared away by Oliver Ames. Dylan Mullen now with the ball for Mansfield. Pulling it around the box. Great pass in by Brandon Gardner. Picked up by Zach Gilson, though, and sent deep and long. Trying to find Drew Hall, but there was 3 Mansfield defenders on him. I'm not sure he had much of a chance to get to that ball. Bernielli coming off now for Jason Baraz coming back onto the field. Good clearance by Hedrick. Gets the ball back to Braz. Braz to Luke Churchill. Luke Churchill out to a wide open Cyrus and Johnny. It's the time to pick his head up. Dribbles into the center. Strong pass to Braz, but Braz's first touch escapes him, and the ball rolls forward to, I assume, goalkeeper Troy Lansbury Casey. Foul by Alejandro Lenteverde, trying to stop a counterattack there. Quick restart by Mansfield. Oliver Ames needs to have their head up here. No call on a possible touch by Oliver Ames. Refereeing saying that the player went down easy. Kick at Cyrus Hanjani's ankle. Gets the call for Oliver Ames to bring it out of the defensive end. Oliver Ames not doing a great job getting to those first or second balls, especially off those kicks. I mean, excluding, of course, Mercier's goal, which was directly off a kick. Mansfield again pushing the ball forward with distance. Not a lot of short passing going on for the team right now. Strong header by Walsh. Push that ball forward to Hanjani. Hanjani with time and space to dribble. Finds Drew Hall. Drew Hall back to Churchill. Churchill tries to push it forward, I think, back to Hanjani, but the ball couldn't get there. Mansfield now with a strong run down the right-hand side by number 8, Amira Horso. Mullen now with the ball. Back to captain Tyler Naj? I can't pronounce that name. I'll do my best. Z-N-O-J. We'll say Naj for today. James Carlson coming back on the field at forward for Drew Hall. Common tactic for John Barato's teams to sub out those forward and midfield positions, though Hanjani, I don't believe, has subbed off yet. His excellent play in the past few games, including last season and the beginning of this season, probably has earned him a full-time role as long as his legs are with him down that side. Ball played back to Gilson. Gilson safe with his feet, finds Babanikas. Babanikas sends it long to alleviate the pressure. Carlson there, but can't maintain the ball on 2 Mansfield defenders. Mansfield goes for control, pushing the ball back. Excellent step by Hedrick to get the ball back to Easton. Braz's first touch escapes him, though. Excellent recovery by Braz, though. Luke Churchill now looking for someone to get open for him. He's got 3 Mansfield players all around him. Gets the ball to Braz. Braz does control the ball. Gets it back to Hedrick. Hedrick back to Mercier, who tries to flick it on, but Mansfield's there to recover. Good passing there by Mansfield to get that ball down. Ball gets out of bounds for a Mansfield throw. Substitution for Mansfield. Dylan Mullen leaving the field. And Justin Cohen joining. 2 freshmen on the Mansfield team. Jackson Howard and Connor Fernandez. 3, Aiden Nurage as well. Oliver Ames tries to go right down Main Street there. Lost the ball. Mansfield in a strong counterattack. Snuffed out by Mickey Babanikas very well as the ball gets past Walsh. Walsh recovers to the center. Very active Oliver Ames defense today. Ball sent in by Mansfield on the throw-in, picked up by Oliver Ames, and we're going to have a push on Luke Churchill. That's going to be a dangerous free kick for Mansfield. About 5 yards outside of the box. Oh, less than 5 yards. About a yard outside the box. Mansfield maybe looking to shoot here. Players beginning to stand outside the box. Shot is on and over the goal. Good. Easton must be feeling good that ball went wide. Remembering last season, Oliver Ames' biggest Achilles heel was giving up penalty shots. They definitely worked on that, cleaned that up later in the season. Could be just preseason or early season jitters, giving up those penalties in dangerous situations. Mansfield pressing very, very high now. Let's see how Oliver Ames can deal with it. Hanjani finds Mercier, who tries to send it on for Luke Churchill. Mansfield's there to pick it up. Excellent play by Craig Churchill there, who lost the ball, then picked his head up and chose to recover on it. Gets the ball to Johnny down the right-hand side, and Johnny's cross deflected by Mansfield out of bounds. Babanikas and Hedrick going forward for the defenders. Sorry about hitting the microphone there. Left blows a whistle, allows this corner kick to come in. Churchill sets up for a long kick, no one coming short for him. Ball goes right in front of the goal, but a whistle must have been a push on an Oliver Ames player defensively. Mansfield kick coming out. About 15 minutes left in the first half. Oliver Ames winning 1-0. Clearance or goal kick only goes as far as Craig Churchill. Mansfield does come away with that second ball, though. Ball sent forward for Gadam. Couldn't get there. The ball rolls out of bounds. Churchill's first touch escapes and picked up by Mansfield players, but he's there to recover quickly. Gets it to brother Craig Churchill. Craig Churchill finds Gilson. Gilson to Babanikas. You can see that Mansfield defense pushing up now. Looking for a higher press. Mercier can't get the ball away to Hanjani. Ball goes out of bounds for a Mansfield or Oliver Ames throw. Walsh to Churchill. Churchill back to Walsh. A little nervy play there by Oliver Ames. Hedrick does an excellent job stepping up on that ball and getting that cleared up to Carlson. Carlson's speed can make a difference here. Forces a mistake on Mansfield, pushing it out of bounds. Connor Hedrick, long throw to Jason to Braz, Josh Braz. Hedrick looking for Carlson. Headed out of bounds by Mansfield again. Mercier making a run. Hedrick doing a good job finding him with that throw-in. Excellent fight by Mercier against two Mansfield defenders. We're going to have an Oliver Ames throw-in deep. Are we going with a corner kick? I thought the ref's hand was high. No, it is going to be a corner kick, and Johnny taking it. Walsh and Babanikas pushing up from the defense. Ball goes right across goal face, headed on, but kicked away by Mansfield's goaltending. Shot sent in by Mercier. Ricochets off a Mansfield player for another Oliver Ames corner kick. Whistle's on Johnny's kick. I'm going to guess the whistle wasn't blown yet for the restart. Yep. Set it for a long kick. Takes a short kick, but I don't think Churchill was expecting it. Churchill does a good job to recover. Chips it into the box. Cleared away by Mansfield. Browse recovers. Takes a shot from outside the box. Great save by the Mansfield goalkeeper there. Lansbury Casey to push that out. Throwing for Oliver Ames right at the corner kick line. A goalkeeper from last year and previous years, Drew Hall, to take this. So this will be interesting to see how far he can launch this ball, given how many times he's been throwing it in previous years. Goalie to goalie. Mansfield picks it up right in front of the near post. Ball launched forward by Mansfield goalkeeper directly to Gilson, player down from Mansfield's. Cody Silver up with a bit of a stagger, a bit of a limp. He'll leave the field. Should be an Oliver Ames drop ball inside their box. Gilson picks up the ball, pushes his team forward, launches the ball over half. Mansfield comes away with it, but Walsh is there to send it on. Sends it on to no one running onto that ball. Mansfield with the ball down the left-hand side. Pushing the ball across the box. Oliver Ames' defense is there. Landaverde does a great clearance. He and Johnny now here switch sides of the field. Looks to switch it back over to Mercier. Ball picked up by Mansfield, sent forward. Offsides on that kick, on that pass forward. Babanikas will get us restarted shortly. Minutes left in the first half. Oliver Ames definitely looking more crisp than they did in the previous game against Franklin, despite coming away with a win. Walsh gets his restarted on throw. Finds Drew Hall, whose first touch escapes him. Mansfield coming on a counterattack. Pulled back very well by them to keep possession of the ball, then followed by Luke Churchill. Mansfield restarted. First header by Landaverde. Now Hedrick on a Mansfield player. I believe Justin Cohen. Mansfield goes around the box again from well outside the box. The Seif looking for a player on the outside. No one was there. The ball directly goes directly out of bounds. Good job by Oliver Ames there to bring that ball down after a few headers. Churchill makes a move to get around the Mansfield defense, launches the ball forward. Brazos might be the first to that ball. Absolutely excellent defensive work by Eamon Doyle to get that ball out of bounds. Doesn't give up the corner kick. I'm sure he was looking to get that ball out of bounds for a throw-in, but nonetheless, probably a goal-saving play there by Doyle. And Johnny to take that kick. Launched long, goalie with a punch, can't get out of the box, sent forward by Oliver Ames, can't get to the goal though. Mansfield launches forward looking for a counterattack. Craig Churchill there to send it back forward. Churchill sends it out looking to try to get to Walsh, but the ball's going to get out of bounds for a Mansfield throw. Oliver Ames looking a lot more creative, I would say, moving forward. Lots of ideas from both Hanjani, both Churchills, and Mercier trying to find open players making runs. Brow's doing a great job down that side, too. Babanikas does a good job stepping up to stomp out that counterattack by Mansfield. And he does it again. Ball to Churchill. Churchill safely back to Landaverde. Great play by him. He's got Hedrick on the outside for relief. Hedrick sends it forward, looking for Braz. Ball's going to roll through to Mansfield. Excellent steal by Hanjani. Fouled by Eamon Doyle there. That'll be a kick for Oliver Ames, almost exactly in the same spot where that first goal came from. You have to assume Bob Manikas is going to be taking this, and he's going to be looking for the head of Jackson Mercier. Bob Manikas sends it in. High ball. Goalie's calling for it. Can't get to it. You're likely going to have a foul on Oliver Ames or on Churchill on that coming out. Bumped into the goalie as he was coming out. Oliver Ames a little confused as to what exactly was going on there. Some of the players were celebrating a goal when that was a penalty called by, or foul called by the ref. Two-referee system. The referee's got to get back to position before a kick is retaken, so they do pull that kick back up against for Mansfield, so that quick restart that they try to catch some of the Oliver Ames player offsides had to get called back because in the two referee system, they've got to have both the refs in position before a restart is taken. Mansfield now with the ball down their left-hand side. Walsh does a good job taking it, sending it away downfield. Ball still sent to Mansfield. Mansfield with a decent amount of control here. I think Oliver Ames looks more dangerous going forward, especially right now with Craig Churchill dancing through players. Has got Drew Hall with him, tries to chip it over to him. Blocked by Austin Cooper on Mansfield. Out of bounds for an Oliver Ames throw. Drew Hall to take this throw again. Expect a large launch. Looking back, I'm seeing We'll say him 7-foot Nicky Babanikas pushing forward to get his head on this ball. Launched by Hall, does get to Braz. Churchill with an excellent shot from right about where he scored last week on the ball coming out, but nowhere near the same connection as he had last week. That ball sails to the moon. So far, an excellent first half from Oliver Ames, but you can certainly see how Mansfield can come back into this game. Oliver Ames needs to start capitalizing on some of these attacks they've had. Churchill launches the ball forward, looking for Drew Hall. Drew Hall uses his body to get that ball pushed out by Mansfield. Throw into Oliver Ames. We're going to have an illegal throw called on Hedrick, so quick restart by two illegal throws back-to-back. That is not something you see commonly. So Oliver Ames, Connor Hedrick is going to get a retake on that one. Both feet on the ground, good throwing. Churchill defending that ball against Braden Gardner, does a good job to keep it, gets it to Craig. Craig back to Luke. Luke tried to push forward to Hanjani, who wasn't making the run that Luke was expecting. Absolutely stuffed by Walsh there as Giamatti tries to get into Easton's defensive zone. Hard sliding from behind by Luke Churchill. 1985, that might have been a legal tackle as he got the ball first, but you do not slide into the back of people. Churchill doing good not to get a card there. Ball launched for a shot. Great save by Gilson. Dominic Steve almost with that goal that ties that game up despite Oliver Ames controlling the majority of this game. Good save by Gilson, and then Walsh fouled in the back as he went to clear the ball out. Again, we're going to go back to Oliver Ames needs to start capitalizing on these offensive opportunities, or else they're going to open a door to Mansfield getting back into this game. Good settle by Craig Churchill. Gets the ball to Hanjani. Hanjani does an excellent job to get that ball to Luke Churchill. Luke Churchill sends a great searching ball forward to Mercier. He's now got the ball down the right-hand side. Chips it in. Two players from Oliver Ames there, both Braz and Hall, but Mansfield comes away with it. Mansfield with a chance to counterattack here. Excellent work by Mansfield player number 9, Gardner. Probably getting a yellow card here for Luke Churchill for maybe that foul, but also insistent infractions here. Walks away from the call. We've got a player down on Mansfield. Referee searching out Luke Churchill. I didn't see the yellow card flash, but asking him to leave the field, so that would be probably a yellow card. Coming onto the field for Churchill, Dylan Fisher. Congratulations to him for his first minutes as an Oliver Ames varsity player. Coming into the key moment with just 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Mansfield with a dangerous kick. Subbing out captain Luke Churchill. It's a tough place to be in. Fisher taking instructions from the more seasoned defenders as to who to cover. Mansfield launches the ball in. Gilson off his line to come get it. Pushing the back for a Mansfield player. Ball whistle is blown before Gilson gets his fist to it. Excellent play by him. That is several key punches he's had in both this game and the previous game against Franklin, where he did an excellent job keeping his team in the lead there. Cyrus had a chance to break there, followed by Mansfield. Oliver Ames kick, under 2 minutes left in this half. Clock continues to run, 1:40 left. Bob Manikas to take this kick. Probably looking for the head of Mercier again. Launches it, direct shot on goal, just over the bar by about a yard or so. Hosney looking for a quick restart from Mansfield. Mansfield takes their time. Not long left in this half, maybe a play or two to go. Strong header by Hall. Can't find Churchill, who's back on the field. Excellent header by the Mansfield to try to get through, but Bobanikas is there to shut it down. Mansfield coming back in, getting the ball past Sanjani. Taking on Walsh on the left-hand side. Shoulder-to-shoulder play. Goal kick by Mansfield. Well done by Walsh to hold out that player and not, number one, to give up the foul as we've talked about from last season, and also, number two, to not be the last player to touch it and give a corner kick. Gilson to take this kick, which probably will be the last kick of the half. And that's it for half one here in Easton, Massachusetts. Oliver Ames 1, Mansfield nothing. We'll be back in the second half.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I'm Abby Malafato.
And I'm
Coming to you from 50 Oliver in North Easton. This is Easton News and
Don't have time to stay up and watch ECAT channels all day long, or miss your favorite show's time slot? Don't worry, ECAT has a YouTube channel that has all the programs that we show, so you don't have to miss any of the episodes or catch up on past episodes. Search Easton Cat TV, with TV being the only capital letters. The YouTube channel has playlists for every program, even some of the programs you can download a podcast version. We even stream live events through our channel. To stay up to date with ECAT programming, make sure you look up ECAT's YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get all the alerts for the new programming premiere, and change the alerts to all to make sure you receive all of them. Remember to search Easton Cat TV, with TV being the capital letters. So there's no reason to miss any of the ECAT programming. Enjoy.
There's a storm.
Join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, to explore the town of Easton and its interesting, engaging, ordinary, and extraordinary people, and meet a smorgasbord of guests, including artists, authors, musicians, business owners, community organizations, clergy, local leaders, etc., etc., etc. Community Forum at 3 p.m. on Thursdays and 1:30 p.m. on Saturdays. See you then.
Yeah. This is the life. Just relaxing by the beach. What could be better than this?
I've got an idea.
What?
I'd really like to find a forever home.
Forever home?
Yeah, like Jack Ryan talks about on Easton News. A forever home. All those animals at the APCSM, they get forever homes. Why not us?
Listen, man, I hate to tell you this.
Tell me what? Come on, tell me. Look, I can take it. Look at me. Come on, tell me. I can take it. Come on.
We're not real.
What are you talking about? Of course we're real. Look at us. We're sitting here on the beach, on vacation, being served raw meat, mind you. We're having a great time. How are we not real? No, thank you. I'm good. I've had enough. I've had enough. Thank you. What are you talking about? Of course we're real.
Look, It's not that we're not real. We're just not living, breathing animals. You don't even have a mouth, dude.
Well, oh yeah? Well, your eyes are just plastic.
Right back at you.
You've ruined my vacation. I can't believe you've done this.
I mean, well, while we're at it, why do we need a vacation? It's not like you have a job.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. All right. You know what? I'm out of here.
Cubby, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean... Oh, well, you have to get it eventually.
If you'd like to get your hands on a cubby of your own, scan the QR code on your screen now. Hello and welcome to Easton News. I'm Joe Taft.
And I'm Jack Ryan, and together we bring you everything you need to know about Easton, including politics.
The Town of Easton is undertaking a crucial public safety and public works facilities replacement project to enhance essential services for the community.
Community events.
Mark your calendars and get your costumes ready. The Easton Food Pantry will be hosting a Halloween parade.
And sports.
Boys soccer stayed hot, defeating Stoughton 2-1. That was the team's 5th straight division title and 4th in a row in the Davenport.
With APCSM guest segment Pet of the Week.
Hi, I'm Katie with the Animal Protection Center, and today we have a little Iris.
With help from special correspondent Wyatt Fain. Join us
For Easton News.
playing 6 o'clock Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, residents of Easton, friends and neighbors. This is Bill Ames, co-host with Priscilla Almquist Olsen of the Film Connection on ECAT now for over 20 years. We're very proud of that. And we like to interview guests from Easton who have been involved in the film business, actors, producers. We're very fortunate today to have a producer of a film.
Hey, are you a fan of history? If so, come for adventure with me, your host Drew Darty, as we explore some of the most impactful events of all time. We talk about U.S. history. These events led up to the creation of the first Continental Congress. World history. The Allied forces consist of France, the United Kingdom, Russia, Japan, and Italy, and influential figures. The legacy of Martin Luther King is one of selflessness, and he never stopped believing in the equal and free America. You'll get my takes and opinions, so come along for adventure on Drew's Venture History TV. Check us out between your recently scheduled programming as well as on YouTube. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Gail Devins, and join me as we discover all the businesses that made Easton great. This is a wonderful, wonderful place. I cannot wait. I want to do it. I want to go there. I am definitely coming back, and I know you will too, because I'm telling you something. It is absolutely amazing in here. What a wonderful way to discover Easton. It's right here in Easton. Showing at noon on Mondays, 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, and 11 a.m. on Fridays, only on ECAT.
Don't have time to sit down and watch ECAT programs? Don't worry, ECAT has got you covered. That's right, ECAT has
Podcast!
Yes. ECAT Podcast Channel has your favorite shows that you could listen to. Whether you want to chill and listen to the Ron Van Dam Show and hear him talk about what's bothering him that day, or the show hosted by local legends Stephanie Weinstein and Meredith Keach, where they talk about anything and everything, or take a listen to the weekly news hosted by Jack Ryan and Abby Kitchenham. Stay tuned in with Tiger Talk hosted by Oliver Ames students. Community Forum is where their host Priscilla talks about all things Easton. Easton residents can also find government meetings about various topics. You can find the podcast on Podbean and all your favorite podcast platforms. Just by searching ECAT or the ECAT podcast, you can find it all. The ECAT podcast channel is powered by Podbean, so either in the car ride or walking around town, you can always catch what's going on with ECAT. Happy listening!
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Sick of all the new shows and movies dominating pop culture? Well, have no fear, because Old Time Movie and Old Time TV are here, where we like to add our own flair.
There's a truck out front, and if we could just get the keys.
Man, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Those are flesh-eating zombies. They upended our car, okay? We're lucky to be alive, especially Joe. I had to pull him out of the trunk, for crying out loud.
It's been a long day.
Also, make sure to check out the Radiocast, our accompanying podcast where we talk about what we've watched.
There was a lot of moments of just Mac on the raft going down the river, just internal monologuing over and over and over.
We show the classics and nothing but the classics. Well, except for the weird ones. Check us out on all our channels as well as our YouTube.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the official first episode of Eatin' with ECAT. My name is Joseph Taft.
I'm Jack Ryan.
And I'm Abby Kitchenham.
We are, in fact,
Welcome back for the second half. Oliver Ames versus Mansfield in Oliver Ames' season opener at home. Back-to-back Division II championship, four-time Davenport champion. Back on the field against Mansfield, a team who struggled last season but certainly has talent to push for a playoff spot this year. First half restart with Cyrus and Johnny at least 5 yards offsides, but refs don't seem to mind at that point in time. Great touch by Hanjani. Carlson grabbed on the shoulder, couldn't make his run that he was looking for. Excellent push forward by Marco. Now Johnny coming back. Good dribble with him with his speed. Two players in front of him. One touch too many. Ball cleared out of bounds by Austin Cooper. Oh, it's Cooper Austin. Walsh has the ball under pressure by three Mansfield defenders. Finds Churchill in the center. Churchill tries to push forward to Hanjani, picked up by Mansfield goalkeeper Troy Lansbury Casey. Not only is Oliver Ames going through the large turnover, seniors coming off and new players coming into the varsity squad, should be mentioned the large freshman class that has joined the Oliver Ames soccer program this year, offering a freshman team for the first time in my memory. So full freshman squad, full JV squad, and a full varsity squad, of course. JV playing against Mansfield in Mansfield tonight. Freshmen playing earlier today. I don't have the score of that game. Ball thrown in by Walsh. Lost to two Mansfield players, but picked up by Craig Churchill. We have a call on Walsh from Mansfield. Kick on their half of the field. Cooper Austin to get us restarted. I apologize for the entire first half, calling him Austin Cooper, and I'm going to apologize for the next time I do it as well. Good ball forward. Mansfield picks it up, looking to get the ball across the box. Unfortunately for them, Jackson Mercier is there to find Luke Churchill. Churchill back to Craig Churchill. Out to Walsh. Walsh back to Churchill. Excellent passing by Easton to clear their zone under Mansfield's pressure. Craig chips the ball on to Mercier. Mercier loses it, but comes back up with it. Strong pass by Mansfield, but offsides on Marco. Babini gets to get us restarted. Strong kick by him to Braz. Braz can't get his first touch to it. Tries to recover down that left-hand side. Ball steered out of bounds. Mansfield throw. Good passing in Mansfield, just getting across their line. Launched, looking to find Marco, but Walsh was there to take that pass and send that ball forward. Good movement off the ball by Oliver Ames defense. Walsh back to Gilson. Gilson's clearance probably isn't as strong as he wanted, but actually directly to Churchill. Churchill to Mercier. Mercier tries to find Hedrick pushing forward. It's going to go to a bounce for a Mansfield throw. Mansfield definitely still in this game, only 1-0 for Oliver Ames. Hedrick tried to clear the ball but could not there. Going to get a handball on Mansfield for Oliver Ames to take a breather and get that ball pushed forward. Short restart by Babanikas. Walsh now with the right-hand side, deflected out of bounds by Mansfield. Walsh to get us restarted. Walsh to Carlson, good first touch by Carlson, but picked up by two defenders. Both teams looking to probably get their feet back underneath them after that halftime. Some sloppy passes, some sloppy touches. The idea is there, though. Mansfield does a good job getting past both Churchill and Walsh, but Babanikas there. And that's one of those things that last season that you can definitely say that Oliver Ames was very good at. They're layering their defense. Excellent chance by Mansfield there. Shot on. Gilson gets his foot to it. Cleared out of bounds for a Mansfield corner kick. Excellent chance by Dylan Mullen there. Down that right-hand side. Ball chipped in right across the goal face, headed on. Great header by Doyle, but over the bar. Had a free header there, so problems on the Oliver Ames defense marking the taller players in the box here. Carlson off. Drew Hall on as forward. Gilson not liking what he's seeing from the goal kick, pushes all his players forward for a long kick downfield. Ball launched to about half field. Hard fight between both Mercier and Naj. Quick restart by Mansfield looking for Gardner, but ball careens out of bounds. Mansfield definitely with some life in them after that chance down that right-hand side. Oliver Ames needs to find a way to regain their composure and regain control. Brass with three players on him. Can't come away with the ball. Ball goes out of bounds for a Mansfield throw. Long throw directly into the box. Mansfield gets the first head to it. Walsh gets to it to clear it, though. Only clears as far as Matthew Sullivan. Tries to push the ball forward. Foul on Hosney. Oliver Ames coming out with the ball now. And definitely trying to slow the game down. Ball launched downfield by Babanikas. Hall tries to get his head to it, can't, but Churchill's there to pick it up at about midfield. Churchill with space to maneuver. Finds Drew Hall again, but can't get that good first touch on it. Mansfield's defense picks it up. Lou Churchill with a great steal. Can't get the ball back to Johnny, though. Good, excellent take by Cooper Austin. Cooper from the rest of this game. Walsh does a good job stopping that attack. Possible attack from Mansfield. Gets the ball out of bounds. Mansfield getting the ball forward to Dominic. Nice job by Lindeverde to get a foot on it to get that ball cleared out. Mansfield still controlling the ball, though. Another excellent step by Lindeverde. Ball right to the center for Dominic. Connor Hendrick clears that ball intelligently after that heavy pressure. Mansfield coming again now down the left-hand side. And Johnny coming back to try to assist on defense. Mansfield with control. No one stepping to that ball. Greg Churchill does get to that pass, though. Mercier to Babanikas. You might be seeing another long clearance here for a breath. Excellent ball by Babanikas. Chance for Brass to get to that. Well done by Doyle on Mansfield to recognize the chance of the attack and get that ball out of bounds. Perez subbing out for Eduardo. Drew Hall now with the chance for that throw. Long throw by Hall directly into the box. Only Mansfield players in the center of that box, though. They quickly get to it, but can't clear it. Ball launched forward by Mansfield defense only as far as Hedrick. Hedrick directly to Churchill. Quickly heads it on. Churchill with an excellent touch. Great turn. Shot on, but blocked by a Mansfield player. Churchill has it now. Craig Churchill finds Jackson Mercier on the left-hand side. Now he's into the box. Maneuvers through a few defensemen. Does get the ball chipped away. Now Mansfield on the counterattack. Strong run back by Luke Churchill to recover and slow down that Mansfield attack. Mansfield pushing players forward on the left-hand side now. Not enough players from Oliver Ames to challenge every single person or cover every single person on the left-hand side. Offsides call. Smart play by Mansfield there, overloading the weak side, bringing in two defenders, or a midfield and the defender to push forward down the weak side and then get the ball over there quick. Unfortunately for them, offsides called. Babanikas' ball careens out of bounds. Mansfield with a throw-in. Get the ball to midfield. Mercier called for a foul. Oliver Ames being told to pick up the pace by John Barata. Definitely need to. They seem a little flatter, seem a little slower. That kick, as an example, player down the left-hand side, wide open. Mansfield controlling the vast majority of the second half here. Dribbling forward here, finding open players. Oliver Ames feels like they're playing a man down right now. Quick restart. Oliver Ames not paying attention. Hanging on by the skin of their teeth. Absolutely just swinging their feet at the ball, trying to get that ball cleared. Mansfield playing with intention and purpose. cross coming to the box, blocked by Hedrick out of bounds. But still, Mansfield maintains that ball. Long throw, gets them near post. Babanikas gets to a foot to it. Shot in by Gardner, but blocked by Babanikas. Mansfield, Oliver Ames clears the ball, but again, only as far as Mansfield. Very one-sided half so far. Mansfield definitely in control of this game right now. Fortunately for Oliver Ames, Mansfield's not in control on the scoreboard. Oliver Ames, their first real offensive chance in some time. Drew Hall coming on to it. Excellent head back by Matt Sullivan to goalkeeper so he can pick up the ball. And Mansfield's back in control. Oliver Ames having a hard time settling their passes and controlling for any longer than a tap or two. Babanikas tries to dribble through two defenders, does get their ball sent forward, and I think you're going to get a push in the back on Mansfield for a kick for Oliver Ames. Babanikas sends the ball down, looking for Anjani, who does get a head to it. Mansfield clears it, and here they come again. Churchill with two strong tackles there to get the ball out of bounds and get him off Mansfield's feet, but still Mansfield is again controlling the ball. Substitution here, hopefully some legs that are needed for Oliver Ames. Anjani coming out for Bernielli, and Carlson swapping out with Drew Hall. The swapping of Carlson and Hall is an interesting dynamic for the team because they're two completely different players. One with a lot of speed, one with a lot of power. Babanikas finding Walsh. Walsh with space to pick his head up, tries to find Carlson, deflected by Mansfield. Here comes Mansfield again. Babanikas, who's having an incredible game so far, gets that ball off of Cody Silver's foot and sends it back to the Mansfield defense. Mansfield still controlling the play and the majority of the ball time here. Carlson putting on a lot of pressure, but as soon as that ball got past Carlson, there wasn't anyone there to help. Oliver Ames having a hard time stringing together more than two passes here. Seems like every time they get the ball, it's bouncing, and they're jumping in the air to take their kicks rather than getting that ball to the ground. Good stop by Walsh to get that ball pushed forward, but who else is but Mansfield's there for it. Babanikas there with a little bit of time to settle, tries to switch field looking for Eduardo. Mansfield takes the ball again, though. Strong passes. Good take by Luke Churchill. Babanikas again with time. Tries to slide to Mercier. He does connect with him. Great close passing by both Mercier and Churchill to move that ball forward. Tries to find Bernielli down the side. Bernielli with a fight. And we're going to end up with a Mansfield goal kick. Just over 20 minutes left in the game. Oliver Ames currently up 1-0, but Mansfield definitely controlling the second half. Ball launched by the goalkeeper. Doesn't quite get to half. Oliver Ames there with a second ball. Excellent pass by Church, but Carlson couldn't get there to get to it in time. Excellent chip by Dominic. Wonderful defense. Wonderful defense by Hedrick there. Definitely no penalty. Good job getting his body in front of that ball, controlling the positioning, and then allowing the ball to drift back to Gilson. That was a spectacular play. Dangerous situation for a penalty, and he did a fantastic job keeping his hands in control and keeping his body where it needed to be. Still the start of the second half. Mansfield still in control of the ball, bringing it down the right-hand side, but they do lose it out of bounds for a throw-in. Mansfield looking to turn the speed up on Oliver Ames, who doesn't seem to have their legs right now. Carlson stepping in across Mullen's body, getting a foul called against him. Mansfield to take the kick. Mansfield with a long kick, but right around where Babanikas sent that ball in for the Oliver Ames goal earlier today. Ball chipped in high. He's going to get into the box. Bounces over, but nobody gets a head to it. First head to it is Babanikas on the bounce. Walsh tries to clear it, but can't get any power. It takes 3 or 4 Oliver Ames players to get that ball out of the box, and who do they get it to? No one but Mansfield again. Carlson, excellent take, but can't get that ball back to Mercieri. Mansfield controls. Mansfield again driving into the Oliver Ames defensive zone, picked up by Hedrick, tries to get the ball back to Churchill, does. Hard foul on Churchill. Mansfield with some interesting time-wasting tactics, being as they're down a goal with under 20 minutes left. Babanikas taking the ball just over half, but in the center, so it's hard to get that angle for a header for anyone who's looking backwards on it. Ball gets to probably where he wanted it to be, but with those straight-on kicks, it really is difficult for a forward or player up front to be able to head that on correctly. Ball missed by Hedrick, but covered by Landaverde. It's, again, a trademark of the John Brada defense, where defensive players are trained to watch each other's backs. You know, the expectation that a defender will be beat. Like, you cannot have a game where a defender isn't beat, so you should plan for that eventuality with layering your defense. Mercier did a good job controlling that ball. Finds Churchill to Walsh, Walsh to Babanikas. Heavy pressure from Mansfield. Babanikas does a great pass, finds Churchill, but there's Mansfield now with a great chance. Players forward and possession of the ball. Mansfield, Oliver Ames cannot get the ball off Mansfield's feet. Walsh is there to take it. Great clearance by Babanikas. Joe Carlson using his speed there. Get the ball outside to, I believe, still Eduardo. And Johnny coming back on for Bernie. Carlson coming off for Drew Hall. And I believe that's Baraz is back on the field on the left-hand side. Hopefully that substitution gives some new life to this Oliver Ames offense, which has been struggling. Defense has been hanging on desperately. The offense needs to find a way to control that ball and keep that ball either in the midfield or pushing forward. Here comes Mansfield again. Landaverde steps forward, pushes back. Mansfield maintains control very well, pushes it back to the defense. Excellent controlling play by Mansfield here. And Johnny with a hard run coming in from behind helps Walsh to get that ball off the Mansfield foot. And we're going to have another dangerous kick from Mansfield. Oliver Ames must be feeling the pressure here with this kick just outside the box with the way they've been playing in the second half. Low energy, not being able to string together passes. Mansfield on the front foot here. The underdog looking to tie here on this kick. Hansi and Cooper over the ball. Ball sent directly on goal. Gilson there perfectly to pick it up. Ball did get directly through the wall. Gilson was in great position to get that. Oliver Ames. Oh, Mercier, the great move in the box. Tries to get a shot off. Picked up by two Mansfield defenders after dribbling past the goalie. Ball launched out. Oliver Ames finally with a spark of life here. Great play by Churchill to keep control of that ball. Now Craig Churchill again keeping control of that ball. Mansfield pushing Oliver Ames all the way back. Ball chipped forward to Craig Churchill. Finds Mercier. Mercier finds Luke Churchill looking back for either Drew Hall or Craig Churchill, picked up by Mansfield. Jax Mercier takes the ball, gets pushed heavily from behind, called by the referee. Now you're going to have a dangerous kick for Oliver Ames here. A goal here would definitely not quite seal the game, but would be a much-needed break for this Oliver Ames team who has been under pressure all half. Mercier, the one player over the ball. Babanikas finally pushing forward. After the wall gets pushed back off 10 yards. Walsh now joining the attack. Chipped by Mercier. Churchill's head's there, but he just can't get to it. He had the opportunity, but couldn't push it in. Mansfield's substitution as they begin to push forward after this goal kick. 15 minutes left in this game. Ball launched to about half. Braz gets his head to it, pushes it back to Mansfield's defense. Pressured by Mercier. Mansfield controlling the midfield game largely in the second half. Very strong run by Luke Churchill, finds Mercier. Only player in front of him, though, is Drew Hall. I'm not sure where he's expected to go with that ball. And Johnny picks up the ball, but is closed down quickly by two Mansfield defenders. Call there in Oliver Ames' direction. Babanika's being called forward to take that shot just over half, or I shouldn't say shot. Take that kick just over half. Barada pushing Walsh forward now. Churchill now with the ball just outside the box, dribbling across the goal face or in front of the box. Can't find any way path forward. Does find in Johnny, who's going to be pushed back by two Mansfield defenders. Turns, picked up by Mansfield. Oliver Ames in recovery mode, and Babanikas with a spectacular touch with a back heel, picking that foot up. Gets the ball through on Johnny. Excellent tackle by Mansfield to make sure that shot isn't sent off by Babanikas, who's got to recover back on defense now. Play slowed down by Mansfield substitution, thankfully for Oliver Ames, allowing them to recover after that attack forward by Babanikas. Dominic rejoining the field. Justin Cullen heading off. The heading game continues in the center. Mansfield coming away with it. Quick ball downfield. Excellent touch by Hedrick to make sure that doesn't get in deeper. Churchill probably sending the ball off in frustration across the field. Mansfield definitely pushing forward here. They can smell this chance of coming back against the state champs early in the season to keep their undefeated run going. And Johnny gets to that throw-in. Walsh sends it forward, looking for Drew Hall. Can't be picked up. Picked up by Mansfield, who turns some numbers forward here. Drew Hall coming back through the midfield to pick it up, get it back to Hedrick. Good play by him. Braz with an excellent touch. Now Oliver Ames on the counterattack here. 4-on-4. Numbers need to be pushed forward, but no Oliver Ames players going with this offensive attack. They're all standing well behind this play. Ball rolled out for a goal kick. Braz didn't have much he could do with that with players all over him. Drew Hall out. James Cameron back. Carlson back on. Mansfield trying to push forward. Excellent job by Craig Churchill to get step forward, get that ball pushed back into Mansfield defensive zone. Maybe some life here for Oliver Ames. And Johnny taken down, no call. Churchill gets the ball. No one forward in the direction he's looking. Braz on the ball. 3 players on him. Tries to get the ball forward to Mercier. Excellent step by Marco to stop that attack. Chips the ball forward looking for Dominic. Dominic just gets through. Has a chance for that shot. It's just him and Gilson. I think we're calling a foul here on Dominic for that shot. We're not. Or are we looking at that goal kick? Yeah, looking for a substitution there. Not sure the reason for that stoppage, but Gilson sends it forward. There he subs on. Foul by Bernielli. Mansfield in the dangerous spot again. Oliver Ames still back to being on that back heel for the second half. Under 10 left to play. Here comes the kick, chipped into the far side of the box, looking for a player on the outside, headed into the center. Dominic does a good job getting his foot to that ball, but sends it over the goal. Gilson sending players forward here. Doesn't like what he saw on a short kick. Launches it looking for Carlson. A little tap in the back from him. He does get his head to the ball. Does get his foot to the ball. And absolutely gets taken up, but Mercier is there. Probably a play on. Mercier taking. Mansfield defense does a good job tackling from behind. Gets that ball out and then gets it away from Carlson. Carlson not allowing that clearance from Mansfield. You're going to have a Mansfield throw on the right-hand side. With 7:30 left in this game. Craig Churchill, Luke Churchill. Luke tries to see if he can spring Braz down that left-hand side. He does get to the ball, but it's too late as it's rolling out of bounds for a goal kick. Bras subbing off for Johnny. Mansfield pressuring high. Gilson with the ball now at his feet. Does launch to just over half. Does find Mercier very, very well. Mercier, great touch to Craig Churchill. Tries to find Carlson, who can't get to it. Chipped forward by Luke Churchill. There's a chance now for Cyrus and Johnny. Excellent job to control that box. Control that ball, brings it into the box, holds it up. Looking for more players to join that attack with him. Only 2 players in the box with him. Not many options, but does win that corner kick. Excellent play by Cyrus and Johnny there. And Johnny to take the kick. John Barada keeping his tall defenseman back, pushes Walsh forward on the far post. Here comes the kick. Excellent kick high and line long, headed on by, I believe, Eduardo, but couldn't turn that on frame. Real chance for a goal there. Oliver Ames recovering after that kick. Smart substitution by John Barada there to slow down that chance for a Mansfield quick goal kick. Drew Hall back into the field. Carlson coming off. Mansfield's goal kick picked up by Oliver Ames. Majority of Oliver Ames' players are hanging back. Maybe 4 players on the attack and most during the run of play right now. Churchill to Churchill to Churchill. Mercier now time to pick his head up. Rips a shot from a long distance. That's going high and wide. Under 5 to go. Clock stops at 5 minutes here in high school soccer. So we are in essentially what you should call stoppage time. And Johnny does a good job picking up that ball, tries to find Mercier. Can't find feet. Does eventually win that call for Mansfield. That's one of Cyrus and Johnny's great skills, able to hold onto the ball in tight spaces and eventually get fouled by a defender. Lots of confusion now from the Oliver Ames players as to where this kick should be taken. Despite the long setup, a quick kick by Mercier. He gets Churchill, who has the ball in the box now, has space to maneuver, tries to get it back to Hall. Hall tries to get his foot on that ball, chips up over the goal. Goal kick taken by Mansfield, doesn't get to half, headed on by Mansfield to another Mansfield player. It looks like they've pushed Cooper up. Dominic against Walsh down the left-hand side. Chance for Mansfield. Excellent take by Walsh to get that ball out of bounds. Timeout Mansfield. Under 5 minutes to go, Mansfield with a dangerous corner kick after being on the front foot the majority of his half, looking to tie this game up against Division II state champs Oliver Ames. Season's young. Oliver Ames 1-0 in the season. Mansfield 1 0-1. Both teams play again on Friday night. Oliver Ames will be here against KP, the team that Mansfield beat earlier in the season 2-0. And I believe Mansfield is home as well against Attleboro on Friday evening. Set piece is always a dangerous thing in soccer. You know, hark back to Oliver Ames last season with the amount of goals scored off corner kicks. We'll see what Mansfield can do with this. Can't catch the number of the player that is setting up to take the kick from Mansfield, but they'll be looking to cross that in. Majority of players again up against that goal line. Player running out for a short kick, chipped in. Mercier is first to get his head to it. Excellent clearance by Oliver Ames getting out of that box, leaving some players offsides that weren't leaving. Now we've got a great chance for Drew Hall. Picking up the ball, has got space to run into in the corner, loses the ball out of bounds. Ball quickly sent back. Mercier there to head that ball back out of bounds. Good job by Oliver Ames defense there to get that ball cleared out. Handball on Mansfield on the clearance. As good as Oliver Ames looked in the first half, this second half was definitely a struggle for him. Bob needs to take this kick, launch it long. Not sure how much time left is in this game, given the timeout in under that 5-minute time frame. Great job by Hedrick to win and Oliver Ames throw. Tries to find Hanjani, can't. Churchill's there to pick it up, and here comes Mansfield again. Chipped high and long, looking for Dominic. Walsh gets his foot to it first. Babanikas gets his foot to it second, launched out, but only to Mansfield. Excellent fight by Churchill, looking for a penalty there, but Drew Hall running onto that long pass of his. Mansfield's defense going to come away with it, but under a lot of pressure. Might have a foul there on Braz. Mansfield still pushing forward here, kicking their defensive end, pushing the majority of players upfield. Long kick. Mercier is first to it, but heads directly to Mansfield. Good turn by Mansfield, getting that ball out wide. Hedrick on it, passed, but layered in by Churchill, who tries to get to it. Ball into the box. Walsh is there to take it, launch that ball out of the zone, tries to find Hall, but Mansfield's still there, still pushing forward. Oliver Ames would love a large kick here. Players falling down on top of each other. No calls being made here. Call eventually goes in Oliver Ames' way. Player down for Mansfield. Refs asking Tyler Nodge to leave the field due to the injury, allowing a substitution, but certainly not what Mansfield wants to do, taking off their captain in such a critical moment of the game. Hearing just over a minute left in this game, Babanikas looking to send that ball forward. Long, great kick by Babanikas. Picked up by Mansfield, heads it directly out of bounds. Oliver Ames would be smart to take a breath here. Barada calling Drew Hall over to go ahead and take that kick. Keeping all four defenders back. Ball to Mercier. Mercier looking to hang on to that ball for as long as possible. Another throw for Drew Hall, trying to launch that ball into the box. Barada asking his defensive players to stay, despite the normal patterns of them pushing forward here. Mansfield pushing a player forward as well. And that is the game for Oliver Ames, winning 1-0 against Mansfield in their home opener this season. Definitely a nail-biter of a second half, as that team didn't come out on that front foot and had a hard time getting any control here. That'll do it for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us on Easton Community Access TV.
ECAT's production of OA Sports are provided by RevT, we simplify technology for better. Doug King, Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for the support of producing OA Sports.